Well, thanks to the modern native technology, which is always perfect, I had a spare keyboard with streaming key functions built in, and I had it set to one touch record instead of having to do a bunch of combination keys, which I usually have problems with. But something happened, and it ended up recording with no audio. And then the segments I was trying to record got stopped recording instead. So I had to redo a bunch of content. So instead of what I did want to do, this episode's not quite going to be up to what I want. But in the next scene, I'm going to show you the town in my little shop, which this is going to be the new one. And in the upcoming scenes, this isn't nearly as done because I did this afterwards and I had to redo this clip. So I'm just using spruce fencing, light gray carpet, and string to make it look like some of the outdoor garden center areas with like the, what do they call that? Like the screen top over it. So that's what this is going to be. Okay, this is the Norfolk spawn area known as Winona, or however you pronounce it. And over this way is kind of like the one of the shopping areas, at least shopping area this town, city, or village. But this is a shop I had put up. That's a little garden center. Got a little bit leaf blocks. And of course got the signs listing the price. Of course, they don't use diamonds in this one. We use iron coins, or IC for short, and gold coins, or GC for short. Then I got other stuff up here, mostly flowers. I don't have these three in stock at the moment, but I'm going to move this shop into my village. Nothing today. But I'm going to move my garden center to my village so I can make it bigger to expand on size for more than just a few flowers and some bushes. So we'll head back there and I'll go over a little bit what I'm doing on there. I'm gonna need food when I get there because I'm fresh out. So I had to stop the Guardian farm to get a little bit of XP to do a little work on mending my tools. And it looks like somebody's been a little busy. Let's see. Don't see anything about not using it. I don't use it, so well, it seems to still work. Let's leave this on for just a moment. I don't need to be long at all. That'll be enough. Get a little bit of recharge because I definitely need some levels on my axe, so I don't need to break it. There we go. One problem with this road, you get flying on these roads and it's hard to stop sometimes. Okay, finally back here. But in case I already said it before, my apologies. But if I didn't, this way we all know what's going on. Couldn't quite make it. But this is ultimately going to be my new shop. I've decided to use the stone walls instead of the full blocks, make it look a little bit different. Decided to use the spruce fences to enclose it, but also make it look like it's got plenty of airflow. And there'll be just a shopkeeper, villager back behind here, probably just a farmer. Somebody to get some food from. May sell a few other things in here, but a lot of the plants and stuff will actually be out in this area. And what these posts are for is they'll be total 3 high, with the third height being either a cross structure or a roof of some kind going over this. I may or may not use one over every one of these blocks. I don't know yet. But in case I don't, I'm going to use string to fill in the gaps so I can put the carpet on top of, make it look like it's just got one of those screen roofs, like some hey, I got up there. Like some of the like garden centers may have, some may just use different kinds of materials for their buildings. But I'm just going to make it look like there's a screen over top to kind of keep a little bit of what would be shade while allowing air and water from rain to get through. But in this case, we don't have that, so it's either use glass blocks or carpet. But I'm going to choose to use carpet because it'll be thinner and it'll look better than a big stack of glass on top. Out here, I'm using gravel. These are only temporary. And since Bedrock's notorious on and off for doors getting broken to protect the shopkeeper, I'll put buttons on the outside so these can be opened, and then touch plates here to make sure that when somebody comes in, it'll trigger these so they close. That way zombies and stuff don't come in here and get my shopkeeper. I'm going to do the same thing with these set of doors. First, I'm going to have to come up with lighting options. Not sure if I'll just hang lanterns in different places or what. I haven't thought about that. But I had about 5 minutes worth of video I needed to redo. Thanks to the keyboard, which I now had to disable. But that's what's going on in here. So I'm going to sell, of course, all the flowers. I'll sell the various wood, maybe some, not sure if I'll sell one or more different kinds of leaves. Of course, bamboo and kelp, and of course the new nether wood from the last update. Not sure what I'll sell, but if I need it bigger, I can easily just move my fence. Ooh, I got a lot of bee action going on over here. I need to plant some flowers over here. Nope, I don't. Let's get that later. But I do need to come up with a general design for buildings and everything else. Oh no, it was this way the castle's going to be. This way I'm not sure what I'll do anything with. I haven't thought about that. Over here, run faster. Run, Forrest, run! In this general area somewhere, I'll have the castle. Of course, level this off, because this is way too uneven to put anything. Excuse me. But I'm going to use the stone blocks, the bricks ones, to build the castle walls. And for some of the floors, I'm going to use the new I can't remember what the name of the blocks are. Had a complete duh moment. Amethyst. I'm going to use these for some of what would be the carpet, just because I like the texture of them. Go ahead and get some of these out. Then the calcite kind of looks like marble to me, so I'm going to use those as marble pillars. I'm going to use these as carpet, which does have a nice texture to it and an interesting sound effect. So I'll put these back. But that's what I'm going to do as far as castle goes. I'm not sure. Probably not going to make it real big. It's kind of big enough to look like a really big house, basically. Like I said, still got plenty of room out this way if I want to add more buildings onto my garden center. Like, might be a good idea to make what looks like a greenhouse. That would be a good addition to it. Put some of the different plants growing in there. Not sure what I can do back here. There's not a whole lot of room. Maybe we can just put a little fancy looking garden or some trees along here. That might work. But we'll go ahead and stop this recording. I've babbled on enough. Next time I won't have to worry about the keyboard screwing my video up and having to redo stuff. So my apologies on that. I didn't know I was recording when I wasn't talking, so I can't use any of that. Although there is one, what could have been an interesting clip that I could have used, I guess, from a farm I built for gathering the new nether plants for to use for a bone meal farm, because there was a bunch of the phantoms in literal broad daylight, just like this, only it was literally around noon. They're not on fire and they just keep attacking in droves, so I don't know, maybe it's just a bug. But let's get to the outro. Okay, I found some nice positions for the fence posts where they're going to go. Like I said, this won't be enclosed like that. I'm just kind of doing this for a different kind of wall look. Like I said, I am using the cobblestone walls, not full blocks on these, so if I'd use anything else, it's going to look funny. So I just figured use this. Makes it look closed, but yet gives airflow at the same time. And then these posts, they'll be like 3 high, with the third being the roof layer, or not really a roof layer, but just like a supporting structure, which will have to be completely probably a fence post on each one of these, over each one of these, that are use string, so I can cover them and have the carpets sit up top. Now, I'm not sure if I want to do colored or colored with some design up here, or just use like a gray, what would look like supposed to be like a gray screen. I'm not quite sure yet. But I guess the light gray would kind of go with the polished andesite I'm planning to use up here for the roof. So I'll have to gather more materials before I can do anything else as far as that goes, because except for the spruce, which I just need to plant trees, I don't have any of the materials I need to finish this. So I'm going to have to gather materials when I finish this, but I'm trying to keep this video short. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and call this done for the moment. Depends on how long it actually is going. I have no idea. I don't need to come up with an idea to light this place up. This is ridiculous. Ooh, gold is always nice. Okay, let's see what kind of junk I got. Don't want you, don't want you, don't want you. Too bad that wasn't iron, that'd be decent to keep. You, but I'll melt it down instead. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed it, please consider liking and subscribing. If you do, it's appreciated. And until next time, I will see everybody later, I hope.